I am super excited today to have two very special people with me on this live stream, and we're going to chat it up a little bit. But first, I want to share why these two people are spending some time with me today. We have an event coming up, and it is for teachers who are at the secondary level, mainly leaders on their teams, and they may be secondary department heads of the science, the subject of science, or team leads, grade team leads, but they are going to be able to attend an event, and it's fortifying teams for new science standards. And as it says here on the graphic that I'm showing, we will build stronger teaming systems to manage big shifts in science. When I say big shifts, I'm talking about the most recent new generation science standards that were released. And we know that many teachers and teams are trying to just find their footing with their PLC or their grade team meetings and all of their efforts and managing all of the big shifts in science. So come on and join us and join these two. I will be there too, of course. I'm a professional learning specialist at Keep Indiana Learning at CIESC, and I'm Tanika Canardo. But I also have these two lovely ladies with me, and they are there in the trenches, getting their hands dirty in all the science standards and leading the PLCs at their school in Noblesville. But I want to let you know the event takes place June 8th, and it is an in-person event here at the Pyramid CIESC in Indianapolis from 9 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. We have a couple of time zones in Indiana, so I always make sure to say Eastern time if you're traveling from up north, and it's $200 per person. Member discounts apply if you are a member of ESC, if your district is a member of an ESC, all right? And registering there below at the link. But I want to hurry up and get to Bailey and Shelby. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen here, and I'm going to ask for them to introduce themselves to you. Shelby, you want to go first?
Sure. My name is Shelby Smithers. I am a biology teacher here at Noblesville High School. I've been at Noblesville for, this was the end of my third year, so I'm going into my fourth. And prior to that, I was at Cathedral High School in Indianapolis, and I taught biology there as well. I'm a member of our PLC.
My name is Bailey Mann. I am also a biology teacher here at Noblesville High School, and this is the end of my 8th year, beginning of my 9th. I spent all of my professional time here, so I'm really excited to continue our journey with our biology PLC.
Nice. Thank you both. And we want to just fill the seats on June 8th. So this is going to be just like what I love to call a Costco sample of what that event will look like. And so we're just going to kind of chat a little bit about just the successes and the roadblocks of PLC, but we're not going to give it all to you at once, because if you want to hear the ins and outs, come join us on June 8th. But first, I want to ask Bailey and Shelby, talk about the success you've seen as a PLC in the last few years.
Absolutely. So we've started as a PLC, especially myself. I was a new teacher not too long ago. So as a PLC leader, we were just really looking at, how can we move forward together as a team? And so this really all came about just from kind of survival standpoint. So how can we co-plan together, work together to make this job, especially as a new teacher, manageable? And so that's really where kind of our PLC culture began. And as we've moved through the years, we've continued with that kind of co-planning as kind of our main thing that we were doing together. And it's really, evolved into this bigger and even better thing. So we're really lucky that we have, the members that we do as we started tackling these new Indiana science standards.
And that's really like kind of where I joined our PLC. I joined as Indiana was kind of like transitioning. We knew that the standards were going to be going through their next iteration. And so when I arrived at Noblesville, we kind of looked across our curriculum, and our principal had asked us to kind of like take up this mantle of standards-based grading and some of these other pieces. And so we decided as a PLC that it was time that we kind of reimagined what bio could look like for our kids. And that's sort of where we started. So we had this great foundation, and then we've just had some great leaps and bounds and gains. So.
Nice. Thank you. That is good to know, because people always want to know just kind of your journey, kind of where did you start and your successes along the way to bring you to where you are present day. What do you think are the key ingredients to an effective PLC?
I think the most important ingredient just all the way around is communication. So being able to communicate with each other has been essential for our PLC to work as well as it does. So we really start with kind of the basics at the beginning of every year. We have a lot of people, move in and out of our PLC as things change. So always starting with kind of that team building component. So where are we as a team? Who are we as a team? And starting there to really build that respect for each other as colleagues, and also like that trust in each other to be able to work effectively and collaborate together.
And then that really carries us forward as we move into the year and start with kind of the work of the year, because then we sort of have these roles that we've taken on in that process, and it allows us to work together as a collaborative team, which is great. And we can really then focus our efforts on those 4 questions of an effective PLC.
Yeah, good. Okay, so what do you think are the roadblocks to many PLC experiences?
The biggest roadblock that we've experienced is time. So having the time to be able to do this effective collaboration, to work together, to do anything, right? To overhaul a curriculum or just do like the day-to-day things of making assessments with each other. So that's something that we've been blessed in some ways that our district is super supportive of that endeavor. And so they, provide this weekly PLC time. And then we've also seen years where, we haven't had common prep time. So common prep is something that we've really, on the years that we have everybody in the biology PLC prepping at the same time every day, we've been able to really move forward. And so we've seen how that roadblock can be, affect you as a PLC, but also really help you, when it is removed, how everything that you can get done.
I think that's one of the things we're excited of, like, to share with this group at the Fortifying Teams meeting is like how to confront some of those roadblocks that you have and get around them. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. So speaking of wanting to share and not or looking forward to what you can share with the people who come, what can PLC and team leaders look forward to when they attend the event on June 8th?
Yeah, we're really looking forward to sharing about our journey and how we've gotten to where we are, but also, the systems and things that we have in place to help us effectively, tackle the school year as a PLC and make these strides in science education. So they'll get to hear a bit about our organization and how we as a team work together in the different roles that we all play.
Mm-hmm. And then I think we're definitely excited to share some of the pieces of the curriculum that we kind of, or I guess how our curriculum has evolved over time. And then looking at the new standards, how we implement those as a curricular team, and how we have alignment across our very big PLC. So yeah, we're looking forward to sharing that. And also like working with some other people who are doing the same work, we want to like open our doors to kind of see what other people are doing and get everybody together to talk about how they're dealing with the new standards.
Yes, that does sound amazing. And one of the things that I do want to really emphasize is that we will be listening to different ideas from us, as far as me being the, systems and supports and how to build that PLC structure, and you all on the content side, and as well systems and how you built a very successful PLC. But we also want to give that opportunity for others to work together. It's going to be a room of experts. I love these type of events and these workshops because everyone is getting together and sharing their expertise and swapping strategies to take back to be successful for kids. And so I just want to show this graphic again. I always ask and make sure Shelby and Bailey, you see my graphic, right? I always sometimes
Yes,
like,
we got
"What's the graphic?" So okay, so that was a real live stream moment right there. So register at the bottom, bit.ly/fortifying teams. That is how you can register for this event. So if you visit this link, you are able to register for that event. Go ahead and do it. Now is the time. Don't wait. Run to the pyramids on June 8th. We'd love to have you. We can't wait to see you. And thanks everyone for joining our live stream. Bye.